Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to decorate this peanut butter cup inspired cake. So first thing you're going to do is get a scoop of frosting on your bottom layer of cake. Use an offset spatula or a butter knife to spread on an even layer. It can be as thick or as thin as you'd like, but do your best to get this layer of frosting as level as possible. You can run your knife or offset spatula around the rim of the cake to get the edges nice and perfect if you'd like. Just keep working the frosting until you get it the way you'd like. Once you have the frosting nice and level, it's time to place the second layer or top layer on top. You want the flattest side to be facing up and to be the top of the cake. Now you are going to add a scoop of frosting to the top of your cake. Spread the frosting around the top and sides of the cake. This layer of frosting is going to be a thin layer and what is called a crumb coat. Basically, you just want to seal in any loose crumbs so that when you put the final layer of frosting on your cake, there are no loose crumbs to be seen in the frosting. Once your cake is completely covered with a thin layer, place your cake in the fridge or freezer for about 15 minutes to let the frosting set. While your cake is in the fridge or freezer, get your frosting bags ready. I am using a 2D Wilton Tip and a 34 Wilton Tip. Your cake is ready for the final layer of frosting when you touch it and no frosting comes off onto your finger. If you have a turntable, it makes frosting your cake much easier, so I am going to use my turntable. Add a scoop of frosting and start covering your entire cake. Add more frosting as needed. Make sure every part of your cake is completely covered. Use your spatula or knife to clean up the bottom edge of the cake. Slowly run the knife or spatula around the bottom of the cake to remove the frosting that has smudged onto your cake board or plate. If the frosting is hard to remove or the color is smearing onto your cake board, you can use a damp paper towel to clean up the bottom edge. Use a bakery comb to make fancy edging details around the side of your cake. My comb has 3 different patterns to choose from. Lightly press your comb into the side of your cake at an angle. Then start turning your cake to create the design. This is where the turntable comes in very handy. If you feel it doesn't look right, just smooth your frosting out with your knife or spatula and try again. You can also create fancy edging like this by using a fork on the side of your cake. Now I'm going to use 2 sizes of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups to decorate my cake. I'm going to be using the regular size Reese's Peanut Butter Cups as well as some bite-sized ones. Cut the larger peanut butter cups in half and arrange each piece around the bottom of your cake. Slightly press on each piece to make sure it stays in place. It's okay if there is slight gaps between each piece because we can fill that in with frosting. Now with my frosting bag that has the 34 Wilton Tip, which is the smaller tip, I am going to put a small dollop of frosting between each Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. All you need to do is place the tip of the bag between each Reese's and apply light pressure. Once the dollop is the size you'd like, stop the pressure and pull away. To decorate the top of the cake, we are going to use the frosting bag with the 2D Wilton Tip, which is the larger chip. Hold the bag above the cake near the edge. Apply slight pressure to the bag and make a circular motion. You can use a paper plate to practice making your swirls before trying this on your cake. Once you are ready to do the design, simply scoop the frosting back into your bowl so you don't waste any. Typically, I like to keep my swirls even, so I do them in a crisscross pattern from each other, and I do my best to keep them all the same size. Then I fill in the rest of my swirls around those 4 initial swirls I started with. Now to finish this cake, I'm going to use the bite-sized Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I'm going to gently place one on each of the swirls on top of the cake. And that's it! This cake is completely decorated and ready for the dinner table or party. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial and found a new and easy way to decorate your cakes at home. Thanks for watching!